Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we return with round 5 of the LCR F2 Championship. Yes, just 4 races to go, 2 more rounds of this season, and we're here in Saudi Arabia this weekend. Yes, a very, very high-speed circuit. The goal tonight is probably just try and keep it clean and tidy. A lot of people are going to pick up incidents and penalties because of it. So, yeah, my goal is just, as always, try and get through clean and tidy and walk away with as few incident points as we've got. I'm going to be super unprofessional once again and quickly get at the point standings on my phone because things are actually getting quite spicy as we've got just 4 races to go of the season. Of course, the goal still remains, you know, we're locked into a championship battle with Joseph. Heading into this one, we are 3 points behind him at the moment. We have also got Ben, who is just a further 2 points behind me. So we're sat 5th place overall in the championship. However, Bourbon, who's 18 points ahead, is not here tonight. So there's a chance, you know, that we could still try and fight out for a podium over these last couple of races of the year. I think still the safe goal remains to try and finish P4 overall. Like I said, Joseph and Ben are probably the 2 big sort of people that we want to try and outscore. But we'll wait and see what happens. I just want to say as well a massive thank you to all of you for the continued support on the channel. We've ticked over 3,000 subscribers now. We've actually ticked over 3.1k as well here on the second channel. But yeah, if you're enjoying F122 content, make sure you subscribe and hit follow for more. And yeah, let's get into it though. One-shot qualifying here from Saudi Arabia. It's going to be difficult to get the lap nailed. Right, here we are then, Saudi Arabia, and of course, you know, this is one of the highest-speed circuits in the world, so we're definitely going to need preset 5 around here. Got to try and make sure I change the brake bias before we get down to turn 1, but, yeah, we'll wait and see what we can do. Right, here we go then. Reckon Dennis Hauger once more for the penultimate time this season. Let's see what we can do then as we cross over the start-finish line. Like I said, trying to get a lap nailed around here in one shot. It's going to be no easy feat, but we'll see what we can do. Sweat mode, as always, is certainly going to be required. That is quite possibly, I think, with the exception of Kota, the worst lap I'll do this season. So many bottles through the first sector. Luckily, of course, a lot of people having issues. That was over a second off my personal best, so the fact we still ended up P5 there is nothing short of a miracle. Right, and having a look then, more big picture stuff. I mean, yeah, we genuinely could have had a shot of pole here, but Joseph up in P3, Ben just in front of us as well, so luckily we were able to jump Matthew and Apex later on around the lap. But yeah, Connor still fastest. That's quite impressive when you remember he's on a controller and most of us, I think, are on wheels inside the top 6. So yeah, he's going to have his work cut out in the race, but we just got to try and stay in the slipstream. Let's see what we can get up to then. Just like I said, keep it clean and tidy, avoid penalties, and you're almost guaranteed some free places. In terms of strategy, though, of course, as always, we're going to be sticking to the medium and then the soft, so we're probably going to do about half as race stint on each of those sets of tyres. You know, nothing too extravagant or too exciting. Yeah, our brake bias has stayed the same, so that's quite good. But yeah, I would have thought pretty much everyone is going to be doing this. There was, funnily enough, like an 8% chance of rain, so that could have been quite funny going into this. But yeah, we're ready on the grid, though. Like I said, just staying in the DRS is going to be key this evening. Just realised as well, I think this will be the first ever league race I've done around Saudi Arabia. I just did no league racing on F121 whatsoever, but lining up then, or about to be lining up on the grid. Got to try and get some heat into the tyres as best as possible. I think Jack's having a couple of connection issues, so I think he's the car that is a long, long way behind as we try and get to the grid. I want to try and make sure we get a purple lineup here, because, yeah, the start might be quite critical. We've got both our big championship rivals in front of us. That's pretty good. Oh, Ben's jumped it, so we're almost alongside him. Ready for the launch. That angled slightly towards the middle of the road, but oh, this is nervous. 14 laps around Jeddah. This could get quite crazy, but like I said, no penalties. That's got to be the key. Let's do this thing though. Saudi Arabian Grand Prix feature race time. Waiting on those 5 red lights. Right. No! Why? Oh no! I've had the glitch, the clutch glitch. I get it sometimes on practice launches, but never on an actual one. Oh no! Why? Like I said, I've seen that before in practice starts, but like, obviously doing formation lap, but never on a proper one, and that set us right back to the rear of the field. But nothing we can do about that now. Just got to get on with it, get our head down. No idea why Jack's still somehow 20 seconds behind me. He's been DQ'd, so that's quite impressive. But I mean, we kind of therefore avoided the drama that potentially ensued down at turn 1, but it has cost us massively. Luckily, hopefully we should be able to catch back up and stay within the DRS of all the other cars there, but well, I'm often not known for my good starts on F122, but that is by far and away the worst one I've ever had.
Focus now for the rest of the race.
Just got to focus now on the rest of the race apparently, but yeah, not exactly what I needed here early on to kickstart this one. Obviously only top 8 will be reversed ready for the sprint race tomorrow as well, so we've got to make sure we at least pick off one car, but we've got 14 laps to do so. And already we're getting back on the DRS range even, I should say, the back market cars, but that's so frustrating as we head down through this final sector. We are probably going to have to pick off a few drivers that are a bit slower than myself, and we've got to make sure that Ben and Joe don't break away too far either, as you can see 4 cars in front of us all duking it out as we head down in towards the final corner of this opening lap. Just keep it clean and tidy. Wade very, very late on the brakes there. Dan's going to get the run off the corner on him. They're again going to be 3 wide off the turn. Like I said, we've just got to try and pick these cars off as quickly as possible here, as Dan's going to go defensive. I'm not sure I want to be on the outside back down towards turn 1, but we'll see what goes on. It's locking up there. Some cars running very, very wide. And we are just right in the thick of it. Whoa, as we start lap 2 there. Big snap of oversteer. So we try and put the power down out of the first couple of turns. And we're just going to get squeezed out down through the next corner. So Dan, of course, is on those soft tyres. I think he's the only car to have done so. So he's, yeah, definitely on the alternate strategy. But yeah, that should provide him with a bit more grip through here as it just runs a bit wide. Can we do the old up and under off the corner? Yes, we can. We will get to the inside. Don't really want to get put in the wall, but let's see if we can try and pull this move off inside the next corner. Should be able to just send it nicely into the apex. And there we go. We've picked off 1. But again, he's just got that extra bit of tyre grip, so he'll try and come back at me off the corner. Luckily, we'll slot back in. Just got to be super careful of the incidents as things like that. That's not going to do me any favours either, though. Oh, this is just the race from hell. I think sensibly all we can hope for, though, in this race is that we can try and pick up P6. To be honest, I think Matthew might just about be quick enough unless he gets some penalties. But yeah, I mean, we'll try and settle back down into a rhythm and pick cars off. I mean, I'd like to believe we've still got a bit of a look in at fastest lap, but we'll wait and see about that later on. It might be that we just box onto softs much later than anyone else and then try to do it that way, but we'll wait and see. Still a long old way to go here. I don't think there's much chance of a safety car. I don't even know if safety car's enabled, to be honest. Try and just guess our way through that fast chicane. Yeah, we're closing up to slap bus though, so maybe, just maybe, we can try and do something. But then again, of course, fastest lap's probably just going to be down to who gets DRS 3 times. There we go, Leopard 42.5. But speaking of DRS, first time today then that we've been able to get any of it, as we cross in towards half distance in this one, or we've crossed over 1/3 distance. But yeah, fingers crossed we can try and move past slap bus sooner rather than later. But again, we've just got to be patient. Time and places will come back to us. I know we've got good pace still. So Here we go, we're going to get DRS again though on Slap Bus as we head down the back straight. It's not really a straight, but you know what I mean. I think we'll probably try and line up a move down in towards the final corner. So we'll just try and open up that one a bit better there. 3-second penalty for Apex coming in, so penalties and warnings starting to become an issue here, as I think Slap Bus has just given it to me. He's given me the inside line as we head down in towards the final turn, so thank you very much. Back into P8 will go, but of course he might just want to try and get the DRS out of the final corner. Back on me to try and pull off another move there. As you can see, Apex and Aiden really are starting to cost each other a lot as Apex peels into the pit lane, so a lot earlier than I was expecting there, as here comes Slap Bus. There we go, new fast lap today, of course aided by that DRS. Here goes Slap Bus looking for it down at turn 1. We'll pinch into that Apex, and I think we should hopefully be able to get the power down. There we go. We should now be up into P7 then of the race, but of course Apex now is going to have fresher, softer tyres. Slap Bus picks up a 3-second penalty as well. Let's try and close up on Aiden. Oh, Ben's into the pits rather early as well then, so interesting strategy coming out of Ben. He's going to try and go really aggressive on the soft tyres to the finish, but yeah, we're definitely quicker than Aiden and Mafio. I feel like we should be able to take good time. Ooh, Bus has gone. Sure, clearly fed up. Oh, he picked up a 5-second penalty on the way in as well. Got to be very, very careful of that around Abu Dhabi, because it can be quite... around Saudi, because it can be quite broken, but I mean, we're not taking much out of the two in front of us, but we are definitely a little bit faster. There we go, Mafio into the pit lane as well, but yeah, gap to Aiden now starting to come down a little bit more. So, like I said, I think we're probably going to see a little bit of a game of chicken between a few people about who's going to try and box last fastest lap, but like I said, it's probably just going to come down more to who gets the DRS, and it looks like Connor and Leopard are locked into battle, so I might explain why Leopard's been able to get a couple of fast laps under his belt, but we'll see what we can do. Oh! Aiden, big issue there. Did not know which way he was going to go, but that's going to give us a bit of an easier run into P4. Mark pretty happy with that one as well, despite the fact I did technically nothing, but we actually went purple apparently through the first sector, but yeah, Joseph as well, of course, our other big championship rival. 8 seconds up the road. We're going to need a miracle if we want to close up to him by the end of this, but a miracle I don't think is going to come, sadly. But we'll give it our all. Again, this one is probably damage limitation, and just hope that we can outscore him in the sprint tomorrow. We go everyone inside the top 3 all boxing, so we might come in the end of lap 9. Don't think we're going to be under too much pressure from cars behind, as Aiden also decides just to hang out for one more, so yeah, we'll wait and see, but these medium tyres hang on pretty nicely, but so it's just about trying to make sure we've got a clear-cut advantage there as Ben sets the new benchmark, 41.4. We've just got to remember these times so we know what we're gunning for later on. Somehow, Ben, he's jumped Connor and Leopard in this race. I can only think his tyres are going to fall off badly towards the end, but that must have been some mega undercut that he's been able to pull off on those two. Unless he was already battling with them and I just never noticed, but that could do real damage to our championship hopes against Ben if he's able to snooker away a victory here. That'd be a fantastic strategy, as Connor's picked up a 5-second penalty. I'm guessing he's been done in by the buggy at best pit lane here at Saudi. You just can't run any wheels over the white lines, otherwise it just for some reason thinks you're going to crash or something. It's very weird to explain. But yeah, I'm probably just going to go in there like an old lady. We are going to box at the end of this lap, so 41.4, like I said, is the benchmark, as Leopard now moves past Connor as well, so maybe more battling going on between those two. But yeah, like I said, we're just going to head into the pit lane now and try and take it like a grandma. Like I said, as at the final corner will go. Aiden 2.5 seconds back, so we shouldn't be under too much pressure from him. So we've just got to try and get between the white lines, get it slowed down just about. Like I said, very, very pedestrian, but we'll take it. It's purple on the turn-in. Should be a nice, tidy pit stop then here in this race. As there goes Aiden. Let me go, please. Thought we were going to get another bug then, but luckily he got away with it. As Mafia was going to fly the pass. Of course, the main aim is that we finish top 8 still, of course, in this, but we should re-emerge close to Apex, actually, when we head out of the pit lane.
Up to speed now.
Are we going to re-emerge prior to Apex? It is going to be quite close, but I think we should just about get him. Because, of course, we'll be able to carry more speed off the corner, which we do. Tries to squeeze me out, but we will claim the place. Those cold tyres, everything like that's going to be... Oh, really careful through the next couple of corners there. Apologies. The Apex thought it was a little bit early on the brakes, but like I said, cold tyres, everything like that. And yeah, let's just try and focus on trying to pick up the fastest lap. Oh, there we go, Leopard, new fast lap of the day on a 41.0. Has he got some DRS to help him out, or are we going to be able to try and beat that? As up towards the line. Oh! 28, what, about 300ths away in the end. That is heartbreaking. So close, but yeah, it felt like a pretty hooked up lap. We can't do much more than that. We've also got Mafio as well at the road with a 3-second penalty, so maybe if the pace is still a lot stronger towards the end, I'll be able to get the jump on him. Oh, Leopard, another new fast lap though. He's getting carried along by the DRS at the moment now, 140.9 that time round, as this lap won't probably be as good as our last. Oh, it would have been good enough as well. Somehow we were going even faster. That is heartbreaking. We're a tenth slower, and we've got no DRS to help ourselves. Right, we'll start in the final lap then of this feature race. Looks like Connor trying to make moves up the road again, and all we can really hope for... Oh, Mafio has picked up another penalty. Right, we're going to have to concentrate on this final lap then. I was just thinking if he gets another one, maybe, just maybe, we could still score and finish P5 in this. And now, I mean, we have still got a slight tyre advantage over him, but just got to make sure we don't do anything stupid. And of course, the most important thing, we don't pick up our own penalty there. We've only had one warning so far in this one, so we could risk another one if it came to it. But let's just try and get within the range of Mafio with his 2 penalties then. That could be a couple of very critical points for us come the end of the season. The gap's still floating at about 5.8. I was literally just thinking, you know, if he picked up another penalty, maybe we could stand a chance there. Of course, if Connor, he'll probably, if he's got that 5-second one where I'm guessing he has, I'll probably be able to get that removed. But yeah, of course, Joseph as well, keeping it clean and tidy, so no penalties for him. Ben struggling towards the end, but he has actually been able to hang on to Leopard. So it's been a master stroke strategy call from Ben in this, as I'm just getting a bit worried that Mafio's picked up the DRS off of Joseph in front of him, so this could get really close towards the end. We need to go full send through these final few corners that hang the car over the curb and try to bring the gap down where we can, as it looks like Joseph might just have pulled off another move on Connor here, so we could have a drag race up to the line between the pair of them, but I'm more worried about Mafio just in front of me. Try and get the car to the apex. GG's Leopard. Good race victory from him, but are we going to be able to get close enough to Mafio? It's going to be super close as we get towards the line. What's the gap going to be? A 10th in it. He got the DRS to the line, and that's what made the difference. Ah, that is heartbreaking. Well and truly heartbreaking. That race has just been pain in a nutshell, but let's go have a look at those final race results. Well, there we go then. I think that might be Leopard's first win of the season there. But he takes it, and yeah, my 2 championship rivals, 2nd and 3rd. That means we have lost out a big chunk of points there. A 10th away from Mafio at the line as well is well and truly heartbreaking. Connor might stay ahead of Joseph. No, he didn't even beat him anyway. So Connor will finish P4 either way there. But yeah, we're going to be starting P3 then, ready for the sprint. We've got Aiden and Apex just in front of us, so fingers crossed if we can try and move past them quickly early on. I do genuinely believe we have got some very good pace around this circuit. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed as well, and yeah, you definitely want to return tomorrow for the sprint.